Hello everyone. As you can see, we've made a little bit of progress behind the scenes. I've trained a few skills, got some just background skills up. I trained some shield skills. We'll talk about why later. And I've also gotten some of these NPC killing spree missions in the background that have been worth a decent amount. So we're back to over 1 million unallocated skill points. With these killing NPC skilling spree skill points coming in, I have made the decision to invest in the specialization for the beam weapons. I don't know that I'm going to do beams for the long term, but I do think that beams are going to get me through a good portion of some of this money grind. And so what I'm going to do is go to my gunnery skills and just pull the trigger on maxing out small energy turrets, and then getting the specialization for small beam lasers. Buy and train, 2.6 million skill. Definitely worth it. Let's just pause and then let's just immediately apply 750 and get the rest of it training that way. I'll come back to you now that we've unlocked this. I'll come back to you once I got a new fit up for my Imperial slicer, and we'll see the difference in damage. All right, and here we have it. It's fit up. We get marginally more DPS over what we had, so it's not a huge improvement, but it is still progression. We're in the 170 DPS range with good range control as well now, so we are still making forward progress and just incremental improvements. It's all about getting these small things that keep stacking up over time. And keep in mind, we just have level 1 of the skill chain trained, so it's actually going to get better as we get it trained more and more for the next 2 levels, which will happen over the next day. However, this fit right here is what I'm going to take into the Abyss now, and we are going to grind out our first 100 million ISK with this ship, and then use that money to reinvest back into the character for some huge upgrades. Four runs in, 12.1 million so far. Note to self, don't zone out so hard that you lose your ship. Run 8, 10.4 mil made. Run 12, 11.3 mil made. Run 16, another 10.2 million. Run 20, 9.85 million, halfway there. 11 million even. Run 28, 11.2. Cuckoo, cuckoo. I really hate that I missed this, but I just pulled a Lashak blueprint, which is worth about 15 to 20 million on contract price. I just missed it. And because I got to the point where I was just recording every fourth run to do updates. But bam, there it is. 20 million, 15 million right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So after 31 runs, we have reached 103.1 million estimated ISK value. And that's not liquidated, but that's estimated ISK value based off just market prices that are listed with these filaments. I have valued the Lashak blueprint at 18 million. It's selling for 19 and 20 million. I just decided to do 18 to just go ahead and clear it out of my inventory quick because I value the cash. Obviously, you can market for 20 and make 2 extra million if you want to wait the time, but I valued it at 18. So let's look at some statistics. With that BP drop that I got, I was about 3.325 million per run average. And without the drop, so a little bit more realistic, I was about 2.75 million per run averaged out without a BP drop. Most of the runs took me about between 5 and 7 minutes if I was paying attention and maximizing my button click. So let's just say about 6 minutes per run, which is about 10 runs an hour or so at my current skills, which means 27.5 mil per hour or 33.25 mil per hour, depending on whether or not you're getting BP drops. So close to 30 mil an hour at these skills, running just T0 sites. I say that is pretty darn good, which means it took us about 3 hours total time, maybe a little bit longer because I was having to do recordings and I wasn't just chain running all of these. But to achieve that 100 mil goal that we've decided to pursue, I achieved that in approximately 3 or so hours just running T0s. So with that being said, moving forward, I think we can just start dominating some T1s, and we always know that we have the fail-safe of about 30 mil an hour in the slicer of coming back and just doing that if all else fails and we need to make some cash again. I am pretty stinking happy with that. It was a lot more lucrative than I expected it to be on a low skill character. For anyone who is interested, this is the fit. Small focus beam laser 2s from the specialization that we invested in, and then pretty much just meta everything else. Whatever you want to fit. I did the small or the most efficient compact prop and battery mod. That's a rolled Abyssal armor repairer that is super cheap, but a Tech 2 will do fine, or something smaller. A little bit of armor resistance, and then as much damage as your CPU can handle. A small explosive armor reinforcer, pretty much just standard stuff when it comes to that. So I tried to put on as much damage as I could when it came to just doing the fit. It's not cap stable, but it doesn't need to be. It lasts for as long as it has to running T0 sites. And I would definitely recommend this to anyone. Well, we have done it. I think we can pretty successfully say that we've mastered tranquil abyssal sites Not that that was a super high bar to begin with, but we've done it. We've also earned 100 million ISK. I sold some things, and you can see that our cash is about 80 million, and our net worth is a little over 112. So we have officially made it, and I have some big things in store for the next couple of episodes. You'll have to stay tuned, and as always, I hope you're liking and subscribing.